సందర్భంగా ఈరోజు ఈ కార్యక్రమానికి ఉస్మానియా యూనివర్సిటీలో ఇంజనీరింగ్ పూర్తి చేసి దాని తర్వాత అమెరికాలో ఎంఎస్ పూర్తి చేసి ప్రజా సంక్షేమం చేయాలనే ఉద్దేశంతో మన రాష్ట్రానికి తిరిగి వచ్చి నిరంతరం ప్రజల సంక్షేమం కొరకు పాటుపడుతున్న మాజీ మంత్రివర్యులు తెలంగాణ ప్రదేశ్ కాంగ్రెస్ కమిటీ అధ్యక్షులైన శ్రీ పొన్నా లక్ష్మీ గారిని వేదికపైకి రావాలని తెలియజేస్తున్నారు. మరో ప్రముఖ వ్యక్తి ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్ మైనారిటీ కార్పొరేషన్తో పాటు ప్రముఖ పర్యావరణవేత్త ఉస్మానియా యూనివర్సిటీ కోటా చైర్మన్ మాజీ తర్వాత మాజీ ఎగ్జామినేషన్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్ అయిన శ్రీ పురుషోత్తం గారు కూడా సందర్భంగా ఈనాటి ముఖ్యమంత్రి అయిన పొన్నా లక్ష్మీ గారు ఇందిరాగాంధీ చిత్రపటానికి పూలమాల వేసి శ్రద్ధాంజలి తెలంగాణ చీఫ్ అడ్వైజర్ పాల్ బెలిగం గారు ప్లీజ్ కంప్లీట్ చేస్తారు.
Thank you so much. Without wasting time, first of all, I formally welcome all our guests on the stage and all the participants, all the presenters here. Thank you so much for accepting the invitation on behalf of Citizen Council Telangana. I invite Council Purushottam Reddy sir to give his message.
A great intellectual and a social worker, other distinguished friends on the stage, respected elders and dear students. At the outset, it's very important that we celebrate, we observe the birthday of Srimati Indira Gandhi. Because her life itself, but I am not going to touch that part because they are distinguished elders here. I would like to confine only to her contribution to environment. In the year 1972, the United Nations, they organized the first ever global summit on the subject of environment, and this was organized in Stockholm city, Sweden. And the conference was inaugurated on June 5th, and that is why June 5th of every year is taken as the World Environment Day. It was Mrs. Gandhi who was invited to give the keynote address. The whole world met in Stockholm, in Sweden, and Madam Gandhi was invited to give the keynote address. And imagine Mrs. Gandhi of 1972, June. Madam Gandhi's image was just on top of the world. She was the most powerful political personality in the entire world. And that was the reason, representing the world's largest democracy, the world's largest open system, the hope of the poorest of the poor in this world's largest democracy. Madam Gandhi spoke about the wonderful relationship between poverty and environment. And she had the guts to speak the truth, because there is a general feeling that it is the poor alone who destroy. the environment. But Madam Gandhi said, the poor, when they cut a tree, they are able to take only a head road, because they have limited technology, limited capacity. Their capacity to cause damage also is limited. But it is the rich and the powerful and the mighty who form in excess, and they are always in the forefront in the destruction of the forests and taking away the natural resources. Having given this kind of message and cautioning the future generations that they need to come together to organize sustainable development, when she landed in India after the conference, immediately a parliamentary committee was constituted, which was headed by Mohan Raja. And it is this parliamentary committee, it was entrusted with the task of framing the Prevention of Water Pollution Bill. They prepared the bill and the bill was adopted in 1974. In 1976, pollution control boards came to be organized in this country, thanks to the initiative of Mrs. Indira Gandhi. 1981, Madam Gandhi took the initiative, and a separate committee was formed, and a bill was drafted. In 1981, Prevention of Air Pollution Act took place. Unfortunately, Madam Gandhi, what happened in 1984, October 31st, her end came in the bloodiest of the way. She sacrificed her life at the altar of Mother India, and she stood for the unity and integrity of the territorial area of this country. October 31st, I feel very sad that Hyderabad did not do justice to Mrs. Indira Gandhi. Anyway, today we have all come together. Today, this is the beginning of the National Environmental Month. November 19 to December 18, it is treated in this country as the National Environmental Month. And Madam Gandhi was recognized the world over as an environment-friendly statesman. But we in this country, we are not giving due importance to the memory of Madam Gandhi. So friends, on this very important occasion, I just would like to caution our PCC President and the other intellectuals on the dais. And I want to caution the citizens in this country that there is a big conspiracy to dilute the environmental laws. Professor Kutra Jalatum, all development of the meaning level. The politicians of today have become like the running grounds of the top race. Development of Singapore, Singapore is world map of Singapore. It's a tiny dot. How can Singapore be our role model? This is India. We have to organize development, keeping in consideration, taking into view the rising aspirations of the teeming millions of people in this country. And development should mean something to every section of India's population. Congress Party, for centuries, right from its origin, this country. Friends, it is very, very important that the Congress Party should be in the forefront for the protection of the people. They should work for people-centric activities. Unfortunately, in this country, certain regional political parties, for some sentiment, they come into power. They are there for a very short time, and they cause irreparable damage. That is why we have to strengthen Congress, because it is the only hope. It is the only hope at it is the guarantee for nationalism in this country. We need to come together, we need to set aside our small egos, and we need to wage struggles in order to protect what we got, for the sake of environment and sustainable development. Lastly, friends, it was Congress Party which worked tirelessly in order to fulfill the Millennium Development Goals. Sir, next year is very important. 2015, the whole world.
She would be 91. So happy birthday, Madam Gandhi, our only Prime Minister. The third Prime Minister. And she became a third Prime Minister at a very, very difficult time. but also let me just take care of one or two formalities. I'm delighted. I'm honored. So it's very easy to remember. And Dr. Rajnarayan, like Purushottam Reddy said, has done so many wonderful things and continue to do. And my dear friend, Purushottam Rao Sahab, who is always available to talk, to listen to me and to give me an advice. Actually, it was him in the year 2008 that the Congress workers from all over Andhra Pradesh came and he gave me a wonderful advice, and I still remember, and I think did fine. And then we have my good friend Purushottam Reddy on the stage, a friend of the sky and the land and the sea. And you cannot go wrong when somebody in this town is so much interested in that, and he has already touched upon Mahatma Gandhi and all of us. And I have my good friend Akhtar Ali, who is always kind enough to be available to me. And Azharuddin Sahab, a fine man who is always there. So let me just finish with this and let me come back to Madam Gandhi's day, and it's her birthday. And so let me address one or two things. Domestically, she was one of the most powerful prime ministers, not only of this country but of the whole world. Congress party is fine, but she represented the entire nation. And what she did for the people in the rural areas, and I think the farmers of this country will always be grateful to her, because she was the one, when she nationalized certain things, she was criticized all over the world, because the world is drifting towards capitalism, which is great, and I am a supporter of capitalism. But when she nationalized the banks, the farmers in our rural areas, they were able to get the loans, to sow their fields, and to plow their fields, and to harvest it without going to money lenders and losing all that crop. And also she was involved in land distribution process domestically, and she nationalized. These are the great achievements. It's not easy when the entire world is watching you and there's a pressure on you. When she nationalized the oil companies, foreign-owned oil companies, because they had refused to supply. Just imagine, during the time of a crisis in this country, when the war is going on in Pakistan, and they were not able to, they said that we will not give petrol to the Air Force and to the Sea and the Marines and all that stuff. So she nationalized after the war was over. So domestically she has done quite a bit. And her planning, the fifth five-year plan, if you go through it, it's unbelievable what she was trying to do. She was not in the popularity contest, but she did not like dissent. One thing about her, she wanted to be with the like-minded people, just like all of us want to be around like-minded people. There is nothing wrong with that. Now, on the international front, a great human rights activist. When the war in Vietnam was going on, I was in America. I landed in America actually when the war was going on. And I saw Madam Gandhi on one of the programs. I was watching her, I turned the TV on. The famous CNN, Lakshmana Sahab, they had been there at the time when Ted Koppel used to moderate that program. And there was a criticism when she was in Washington, that she was not supporting the Vietnam War. And she stood firm for her principles of our country, that is the country of Ahimsa. Mahatma Gandhi was a firm follower of her father, and we did not want to participate and encourage any wars anymore. So she stood firm and she said people have the right to choose their government, whether they live in Vietnam, South Vietnam at that time or North Vietnam. And she gave her own reasons for it and the rationale. Eventually what happened? After her presentation, after her resistance in all the other countries, the great nation, and I admire, I live there. I think we can learn from the United States of America in so many ways. And they withdrew their forces, and Vietnam became one. This is a remarkable feat. When she saw the atrocities in Bangladesh, this is Madam Gandhi I am talking about. She had the ability to mobilize. When she saw the atrocities by West Pakistan, the brutality of the Pakistani soldiers and the government people. Now, hats off to Bangladesh, now they're hanging some of those great leaders who contributed to the massacre, and the way they were supporting the wrong side. And she stood firm, and she was, some people may say there was a mistake, some people may say that, but I think she did the right thing. The Bangladesh was created, and millions and millions of people, Bangladeshis, are happy because they got the right to to select their own, choose their own government. So that's Madam Gandhi. Now you talk about other areas, yes. She was very influential, she may have made some mistakes, but that's, her is human. We all do. But in that position, when you are in that position, it's very, very difficult to be right all the time, and we have to acknowledge it. But let me tell you, in the field of education, I cannot say enough other than to quote a famous professor during the time I happened to be in the office somewhere, and I saw on this calendar this quote from Chanakya, who was an advisor, and actually after helped me a little bit to find out what BC he was born. He was an advisor in the court of Chandragupta Maurya. And today he was a professor of economics, he was a professor of education, he was a great thinker and a philosopher. And this is what he had to say. And I think I cannot sum up and I cannot come up with any better words than this. To quote Chanakya again, advisor during the time of Chandragupta Maurya, great emperor, whose empire, that I know, whose empire extended from India all the way to Balochistan, to Afghanistan, into several areas. So he was a great man. So Chanakya said, education is the best friend. All you youngsters, I want you to understand, for sitting over there, because you are the future of this country. And if you want to live a dream, with Madam Gandhi lived of this country, you must. Then to quote again, to go back, education is the best friend. An educated person is respected everywhere. Education breeds the beauty and the youth. And that's Chanakya. Great philosopher and a thinker. One must remember. Now I'm talking about education. Madam Gandhi firmly believed that we have to integrate ourselves with the rest of the world. My friends, I want you to know something. World is fully integrated when it comes to information. That's the difference. And the difference is you're not fully developed yet. And that's where I think my good friend Professor Purushottam Reddy touched on certain things when they meet in the year 2015. It is imperative that our government
of environment. Now he has given you a message about education. Education is nothing but the only education that can bring you out from the darkness. Now I humbly invite, before I could invite the next speaker, I request Ms. Yovi Nagalakshmi Madam to
Mudiraj, నాకు పాతపట్నం దోస్తున్నారు ఓల్డ్ ఫ్రెండ్ ఆయన అది ఓల్డ్ సిటీ దోస్తులంతా ఓల్డ్ ఫ్రెండ్స్ ఉంటారు కొంతమంది అట్లా నాకు ఓల్డ్ ఫ్రెండ్ మంచి సేవా కార్యక్రమాలు చేస్తూ ఉంటాడు ఆయా రంగాల్లో ఎవరైతే ప్రతిభ చూపెడతారో సామర్థ్యాన్ని చూపెడతారో వాళ్ళందరినీ ప్రోత్సహిస్తూ ఉంటాడు మొదటి నుంచి ఆయన యొక్క స్వభావం రాజనారాయణ ముదిరాజ్ నిజంగా ఓల్డ్ సిటీ అంటే రాజనారాయణ ముదిరాజ్ గుర్తుకొస్తాడు గుణవర్ధక లైబ్రరీ సంస్థను బాగా అభివృద్ధికి తెచ్చాడు ఈ రోజు నిజంగా హిస్టారికల్ డే ఇది ఒక చారిత్రక సందర్భం ఇది ఈ సందర్భాన్ని ఇందిరాగాంధీ జయంతిని పురస్కరించుకొని ఇందిరా అంటే ఇండియా ఇండియా అంటే ఇందిరా ఆ విధంగా భారతదేశం యొక్క కీర్తిని ప్రపంచంలో దశ దిశలా చాటినటువంటి ఒక ఉక్కు మనిషి ఇందిరాగాంధీ నిజంగా చెప్పాలంటే ఎన్ని చిక్కులు వచ్చినా ఆ చిక్కులకు చెక్కు పెట్టే ఉక్కు మనిషి ఇందిరాగాంధీ ఒక మాటలో చెప్పాలంటే ఎన్ని చిక్కులు వచ్చినా ఎన్ని కష్టాలు వచ్చినా అలాంటి లేడీ దేశంలో పుట్టినందుకు మనం అంతా గర్వించాలి మనకు తెలివి తక్కువ ఇండియన్స్కు తెలివి తక్కువ తెలివికల్లో ఉన్నారు కానీ మంచి పనులు చేయడంలో తెలివి చాలా తక్కువ దేశాన్ని నాయకులుగా మర్చిపోతే ఎట్లా దేశాన్ని ఇన్నేళ్లు పరిపాలించినటువంటి ఇందిరాగాంధీ జయంతి ఉత్సవాలు అడుగడుగున అన్నీ చేయాలి ఒక పార్టీ అని కాదు ఒక ప్రాంతం అని కాదు ఒక గవర్నమెంట్ అని కాదు అందరూ చేయవలసినటువంటి అవసరం ఉన్నది నిజం చెప్పాలంటే ఈ కార్యక్రమానికి ముఖ్య అతిథిగా మన పిసిసి చైర్మన్ పొన్నాల లక్ష్మయ్య గారు వచ్చినారు నిజంగా ఆయన చూస్తే నాకు అనిపిస్తుంది రాజకీయాల్లో ఎక్కువ చదువుకున్న వాళ్ళు రాణించరు ఆయన గొప్ప విద్యావంతుడు మామూలు మనిషి కాదు పిసిసికి చైర్మన్స్ అయినటువంటి వాళ్ళల్లో బాగా చదువుకున్నటువంటి వ్యక్తి ఇక్కడ చదువుకున్నాడు అమెరికాకి వెళ్ళాడు అక్కడ చదువుకున్నాడు మళ్ళీ ఇక్కడికి వచ్చాడు ఆయన పిసిసి చైర్మన్ కావడం నిజంగా నాకు చాలా ఆనందంగా ఉంది పొన్నాల లక్ష్మయ్య గారు వారు ముఖ్య అతిథిగా ఈ కార్యక్రమానికి ఇచ్చేసినందుకు నిజంగా నాకు చాలా ఆనందంగా ఉంది ఈ కార్యక్రమంలో మన ఫరూక్ హుస్సేన్ ఎమ్మెల్సీ గారు పాల్గొంటున్నారు. తర్వాత పురుషోత్తమరావు గారు, మంచి ఆయన రాజకీయాల్లో పురుషోత్తమరెడ్డి గారు, పురుషోత్తమరెడ్డి గారు చాలా నుంచి తెలుసు నాకు, అన్న అని పిలుస్తాను నేను. ఆయన పర్యావరణ శాస్త్రవేత్త. ఆయన మా విశ్వవిద్యాలయంలో ఔటా చైర్మన్ గా పనిచేసాడు. నేను ఔటా చైర్మన్ గా పనిచేశాను. ఆయన రిటైర్డ్ అయ్యిండు, ఇంకా నేను పనిచేస్తూ ఉన్నాను. ఆయన పర్యావరణానికి చాలా చాలా సేవ చేసినటువంటి వ్యక్తి. తర్వాత ఇంతకుముందే ఫరూక్ అలీ ఖాన్ మాట్లాడారు, చాలా గొప్ప సేవా తత్పరుడు. తర్వాత అఖ్తర్ అలీ రంగాల్లో నిష్ణాతులైనటువంటి 15 మందిని ఎన్నుకొని మా రాజనారాయణ ముదిరాజ్ ఇందిరా గాంధీ పేరు మీద ఇస్తున్నటువంటి పురస్కారం చాలా గొప్పది, మహత్తరమైందని మీకు నేను తెలియజేస్తున్నాను. ఆ విద్యార్థులు ఎవరైనా ఉండొచ్చు, ఆమె పేరు మీద తీసుకోవడం అంటే గొప్పగా గర్వకారణం. ఒక దేశాధినేత, దేశాన్ని ప్రధానిగా ఉండి ఇతర దేశాల నుండి మరి శత్రువుల నుండి పురస్కారాలు పొందుతున్నటువంటి మీ అందరికీ కూడా నేను ఈ సందర్భంగా శుభాకాంక్షలు అందజేస్తూ ఎక్కువ మాట్లాడవలసిన అవసరం లేదు. కానీ ఒకటి అనిపిస్తుంది ఏమిటంటే,
సార్ కూడా ఒక మెసేజ్ ఇచ్చారు, అంటే గొప్ప లీడ్ అన్ని మనం ఎట్టి పరిస్థితుల్లో మర్చిపోక రిమెంబర్ చేసుకోవాలి అండ్ ట్రై టు మేక్ రోల్ మోడల్. ప్లీజ్ రిమెంబర్ దిస్ మెసేజ్ ఫ్రమ్ దిస్ సైడ్. నౌ ఐ హంబుల్లీ రిక్వెస్ట్ మిస్టర్ ఎస్కే అఫ్జలుద్దీన్, స్పోక్ పర్సన్ తెలంగాణ కాంగ్రెస్ కమిటీ. But my humble request, you know,
सदर प्रदेश तेलंगाना कांग्रेस कमेटी इज्जत माब जनाब पुनाना लक्ष्मण साहब, इंदिरा गांधी के नजरियात के अहदेदार, अखिलतों के उभरते हुए नौजवान गायक मोहसिन रुकन कानून साज कौंसल इज्जत माब अली जनाब फारूक हुसैन साहब, इंदिरा गांधी के उसूलों का निशान साबिक वजीर जनाब पुरुषोत्तमराव साहब, जनाब